Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 56-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to know is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these free quoters on just about every page. All you got to do, click on the state, fill out the state that you live in, just select that. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and put the coverage amount. Put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes. It's going to take you to the actual quoter that we use to help people just like you. You'll be able to see all the best companies with the lowest pricing. You can also call us directly, 888-862-9456, if you want to talk with an actual person. Now, the first thing you need to understand, if you're a 56-year-old female looking for $10,000, or maybe you have $10,000 already, is that enough insurance? Well, if you're going to be cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is going to be between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, and that's not going to be anything fancy. Now, if you're going to be cremated and have some sort of a ceremony, maybe a remembrance of life or celebration of life, something like that, it's probably going to run $3,500 to $4,500. And, certainly $10,000 is going to pay all of that. If you're just doing the come home in a cardboard box or an urn, a lot of people would get $5,000. And if you're going to have the ceremony, a lot of people would get maybe somewhere between $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, whatever was comfortable for them. But if funds are tight, just get what you can afford right now. We can always help you add more coverage later. But that takes care of your most immediate need, especially if it's first aid coverage. Now, if you're looking at getting buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States right now is around $10,000. So $10,000 would do it, but it's not going to be anything fancy. Just keep that in mind. And also, at age 56, we're hoping you live to 66 and 76. That won't be enough coverage for the long term. So typically, we would recommend something between like $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000. But again, if all you can afford is 10 or 12 or 13,000, whatever it is, 15,000. Get that. We can always help you add more coverage later, and that takes care of your most immediate need. Now, as I mentioned, we do recommend first aid coverage or benefits, and that's what we help people with at funeralfunds.com. The reasons that's important is none of us knows if we're going to live another 20 seconds or another 20 years. So first aid coverage is really important. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, I want first aid coverage, but they ask health questions, and I'm not in that great of health. And that's why we work with enough different insurance companies so that if you have some health issues, we can typically work around that and get you first aid coverage. And we've got about a 90-95% success rate getting first aid coverage. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first aid coverage is if you had some really significant health issues going on, like a terminal illness where you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis or in a hospital or in a nursing home, something like that. If you had some things like that, we'd refer you out to a different company. The other thing, it seems like every week we get a call from somebody that says, hey, we had a family member pass away and they're down at the funeral home dead, and they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money, and the funeral home's not going to do anything until they get a check in their hand. So we need this insurance really quick. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that will issue a policy on a dead person who's already died. It does not work out that way. It's terrible that that person knew they were going to die and did not prepare for it and left this mess for their families to deal with. And now their families have not only a financial, burden to bear, but an emotional burden. And it's just really tough when there's a body down at the funeral home and nobody has any money. It sucks. So don't be that person. Don't be that person. This insurance is affordable, and just get it while you can, while you're healthy and alive. Now, the other thing is we don't recommend 2-year waiting period policies. Now, there's a bunch of different ones out there. Colonial Penn's probably one of the most well-known because they just advertise all the time on TV. You've probably seen them. It seems like they've got a commercial on every 7 minutes. Something like that. They're on TV quite a bit. And a lot of 56-year-old females would think, oh my gosh, for $9.95, that commercial sounds terrific. I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. And then they get on the website or they talk with an agent and find out for female age 56 for $9.95, the only thing they're getting is $1,719, and that's not hardly even enough for a cremation as of right now today. And you know what? It's not going to pay out for 2 years because it's got a 2-year waiting period for any health or medical related cause of death. So by the time it actually does pay out, it's going to be worth even less, and it probably will not even cover the cost of cremation. So that $995 plan does not sound as probably good as it does on the commercials once you dive a little deeper into it. But we're looking for $10,000. So Colonial Penn's got their per unit pricing. You can only buy it in units. You can't, for a 56-year-old female, you can't buy $10,000. You're going to have to come up with their per units and get as close as you can. With their per units, it always ends up with a kind of a goofy wackadoodle number, 17, 19. Let's kind of play around, and I'm going to guess, I don't know, 6 units. There we go. That's pretty close. So 6 units is going to be $10,314. That's going to be roughly $60. Now, is that a good deal? I don't know. But remember, it is a 2-year waiting period. Other companies out there with 2-year waiting period plans are like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha product, AIG, Gerber, and there's a bunch of other insurance companies out there too that only offer 2-year waiting period policies. And they've done some of those companies have done a fairly good job of convincing people over age 50 that the only thing they qualify for is a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. So let's go take a look here and see what we could get $10,000 worth of first day coverage for. So $10,000, female, age 56, get quote. We're going to go back, double check this. Remember, this is $10,000 for around 60. And this is showing up. Oh, look at that. Trinity Life Insurance Company. We work with them. Great company. Level coverage means first day coverage. So we can help you out with this company. And they're $27.11. That is half the price. So consider this. The Colonial Penn is over 200% more expensive than a first day coverage company. And you're going to overpay on that insurance for the rest of your life. So about $30 more expensive, about $360 more a year. If you live 10 years, that's going to be an extra $3,600 that you're overpaying on a $10,000 policy. That does not make sense to us. And I think most of the shoppers out there looking for this insurance, they would agree that doesn't make sense either. So you overpay and you get a 2-year waiting period plan. So we don't recommend that. First day coverage is the way to go. Let's look at some other companies maybe that advertise. You'll be able to see all these companies on our quoter, and you can be a smart consumer too. And like Lincoln Heritage. They're a fine company, I guess, right? Level coverage, and that's going to be roughly $40. Now, they're more because they've got a plan where when you pass away, that they will call like 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe do a couple other things and kind of take the pressure off your family a little bit. But they charge a premium for that. So if we're looking here, it's 40 down to, I can look at that. That's $40 versus $27. So about $12 more. So it's $144 more a year. If you live 10 years, you're going to overpay $1,440 roughly, $1,444 overpay roughly. So you got to ask yourself this: is it worth paying a company $1,440 to make 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things, when you could do that yourself and it's practically free? So what we do at Funeral Funds, we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can just fill that out. Who gets what goes where you want to be, taken, all your arrangements and everything. And you just fill that out and you keep it with your insurance policy. And when you pass away, your family's going to know all your final wishes. And it doesn't cost you any money. And your family will know that you were thinking about them well in advance of this day and protecting them, not only financially, but emotionally. And what a gift of love that would be on the hardest days of their lives after losing you. So, yeah, just be a smart buyer out there. You look at these other companies, like Lumico's $35, even, that's $8 more, $96 a year, $900, about $1,000 after 10 years. Why overpay? Just keep that money in your own pocket. We can help you get lowest pricing if that's what you want help with. So go to our website, funeralfunds.com. We do have a YouTube specific quoter, funeralfunds.com/YouTube special quoter. and it'll get you the best pricing and the most discounts. And again, just fill the form out or call us at our toll-free number. If you got an existing policy that you want a price check or a price shop, or you just want to add coverage to that policy, we can help you out. If you need a brand new policy or just even have any questions, we can help you out with that too. So we look forward to talking with you and helping you out with this someday. And until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.